Hey guys! So this is our second podcast episode of our Podcouch. Yeah, so far the responses has been terrible.
Because we're nobody.
Because we are no birdie.
Yeah.
No birdie, but
Okay, so today's topic is what was the topic, Ben?
Starting out as a filmmaker.
starting out as a filmmaker.
What?
I think a lot of people has asked us this question before, how do we start? Well, we cannot tell you how to start, but we can tell you how we started. So maybe like John, maybe the story of our first ever short film. How clueless we were.
Don't even talk about short film. How we started was basically we started doing wedding videos.
Yeah, okay.
So that time, I got my first camera. It's the Canon 60D, and Benji had to borrow his camera, and we went out and shoot our friend's wedding, and that's how we started making videos. And we realize now we've come a long way.
Is it pre-wedding or actual day?
Pre-wedding videos.
Yeah, but after that we after for good 2 years we decided that we should do a short film. Was it because of Roy?
Not really. We really wanted to do short films in a while. It's just that Roy said, "What do you do for YouTube?" That was the idea.
Yeah, so that's basically how we started out doing short film. Not that great, but it was funny.
Still better than what we did nowadays.
Also, last time was better in short film.
Personally, I feel better.
So you guys are going backtrack.
We are backtracking actually. Yeah,
So I realized me and Benji, we don't really have a call sheet when we started. Basically, we had a script, and we just say, okay, today this is the shoot day, and this is the scene.
we just show up.
We show up and we just tick off things off the script,
Yeah.
which isn't really the best of ways to actually handle a short film.
Yeah, I think most things we just came out with our own systems and own methods of doing stuff, and then we just kind of get better from there. I think our previous producer kind of did her own system. Then from there we had a sort of a very rough thing going on. Then we passed it over to Chachi, and I remember the first day on the job I did tell her, I said that you may need to come up with a workable system. And right now, there is I mean, we don't really need to ask for things because it's already set in motion. A lot of times when people do films or shorts, they don't think about that first. I think that's how me and John were. We just jump into it. We just tell the talent alright, we're gonna be shooting this day, and we're gonna need this from you. Just show up. You know, and back then I didn't know how to direct at all. I told John, I said, you know what, we're gonna shoot, then I'm just gonna shoot photos as well, that kind of thing.
Back then, me and Benji used to direct at the same time.
Yeah.
Then we realized having two directors isn't really the best.
I think it's the most difficult thing.
Then who was doing camera?
John was doing camera. Actually, I was doing nothing that time.
Okay.
So yeah. So we started in a very rough stage. I don't think everyone starts out perfect. So yeah, I think most people when they ask us how do we start, we say just start lah.
Write a story, got a camera, got friends, go out and shoot.
Yeah.
Benji has unexpectedly high expectations, I feel.
Yeah.
Because you need to produce student work before you produce better work.
Yeah.
So you must always produce work. So whether you like the work or not is a different story, but you need to start from somewhere and you need to keep going.
I think if you've seen a production before, I don't think you should go back to that lah. There's always room for improvement. Don't chase after gear, but chase after the quality of work that your gear can produce. I feel because sometimes you're kind of stuck with the 1855 lens, those super stock lens, but that doesn't mean that you cannot come up with good work. But if you buy a better lens, then it's time to be better lah, you know. So yeah, student work, I can't give any advice, but just start somewhere.
Yeah.
But if you do for 4 years already and you still produce the same thing, then you got nothing to say lah. Okay, I think that every time we do a Podcouch, we will just end with one production related story that I think it's funny. Let's talk about China, okay? Because this one is the best. So,
Which one are you talking
for the
about?
entire trip that we had in China, we started from summer. It's mid of summer. everybody was like looking forward to like, oh man, I can't wait till like the 10th or the 11th city when it gets really cold.
Hey, I'm so happy.
Yeah, she's very happy. Oh,
I got a tip.
Wait, suddenly.
no, it's okay. Yeah, you tip for.
Okay, so this is because this is really my first time in shooting in a very extreme weather, where I realized that you're shooting at -8. -8. So your equipment will get cold, frosty. Basically, if you're holding like a tripod or you're holding like a gimbal, your gimbal will basically become like an ice stick.
Because like to illustrate how cold it was is that when they give us bottled water in the van,
it freezes.
Yeah, because like we're like, oh, thank you so much. We put inside our bags and we walk out and it freezes. It's ice.
Yeah. So basically, the equipment becomes
like that, like ice, a block of ice.
So basically, I'm holding ice. I realized that during that kind of extreme season, because we've been so in tune to working in optimum temperature in Malaysia, but when you go overseas to shoot in all these kind of extreme conditions, you don't realize that your equipment becomes like something that can hurt you.
Correct.
Because the longer I hold my gimbal, the longer I hold my camera, the more I realize that my fingers are going numb and I can't work.
I've never seen John wanting to just skip a scene that fast. Like, okay. Done? Yeah, done. He just wanted to end the day. Like, because usually when we give John the gimbal and everything, he would just carry the gimbal and he would just like...
Because my hands were really painful.
Yeah, because he shoot. But this is the first time like, okay, done. Anything else? I'm like, you want to shoot?
So for me, it's really just making sure I optimize the amount of time I can hold my gimbal, and I just get whatever, and then that's it. I'm just gonna put it on the floor because it really hurts.
So that's the entire story of that's to set the tone of how cold it was.
You know what's that feeling? It's like your fingers are on fire, except the fire is not anywhere around the skin. It's like in the insides of your skin. It's like insides of
you
your...
had two gloves on somewhere.
Yeah, and I feel like scratching my hand off, that kind of thing, because
it's that cold.
Yeah.
For Chachi has this like coat that she bought from
Let's not say the name.
okay, from this particular online store. And how much she bought it for?
Cheap, it's less than 50 ringgit.
Yeah, she bought it less.
And once again, please, if you're going for extreme weathers, please don't go and buy cheap stuff and hope that it will keep you warm.
Yeah. So
I thought because I'm meaty enough.
so she wore the coat. She wore the coat, then she's out there, So half the time, everywhere she goes, and this is, I'm not even exaggerating, because
Very
like
practical tip.
yeah, because when you see her going to a restaurant, she just
I didn't do that.
where's the sun? So that was like entire. Then we kind of decided that me and John was like, you know what, we're gonna buy her a coat, a H&M coat.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. So that's one of our stories in production related stories. China. So we got more China stories to share. So that's maybe we save it for the next
Maybe
podcast.
we do how to travel in China.
How to travel. Yeah, we should do how to travel in China. So yeah, that's all for episode 2. Podcouch. Thanks so much for tuning in. I don't know who tunes in anyway. Yeah, so this is episode 2. We will see you guys next time. Hopefully we can come up with something better. So these are the few things that we managed to talk about this time around. So as John always says,
Hold on, suddenly got.
as John always says, keep guiding.